What's going on, traders? This is a live price action study from this morning's New York session. As always, as your friendly reminder, trading does involve risk, and risk does mean potential loss, so take everything I say here with a grain of salt. All right, so we are looking at gold to the US dollar. We are obviously in a higher time frame downtrend on the 4-hour and daily. So just pointing out a couple candles here. We got this nice institutional down candle hiding above some liquidity that we have pointed out on that trend line there. The 4-hour 50% is also closely lines up with the open of that last hour candle. So very nice confluence there, that 1803.50 level. Now, even though we do have a higher imbalance to the upside in the purple box, we did have a nice last up candle on Friday. So just really looking for some lower price action. We also have that hour mitigation play that happened there very cleanly. So seeing now if we could go ahead and play this 1 hour IT candle open to take this market to the downside. So this is a voiceover over a Zoom recording that I did this morning. There will be a live trade taken in this, so just hang tight. So last up candle, we saw that evidence of a down move. We created some more liquidity to the downside right there at 1816. Just showing you guys some future take profit levels. I like to equal them out. So 1816 whole, 1811 whole. Pulling out the Fibonacci from swing high to swing low. As you can see, that lines right up with the 50%. That's a little bit lower than our normal entries, but as you can see that I showed there, price action already retraced back into those higher time frames, those higher prices. So not really worried about entering at the 50% here. Right now, it's about 9:41. You guys know I like to do the first 15, last 15 of the hour. I did enter this one about 3 minutes before that 15-minute close, but we were at my entry level at 1820. So as you can see, we just entered the sell position there with a stop loss up around 1824.50. We entered right around 1820, so about a 45 pip risk, and then as you can see, that is about a 2.5 to 1 risk to reward, going down to 1811, and just over a 1 to 1 going to 1816. So there are parts of these videos that are in 4 times speed, 20 times speed, 8 times speed. Just depends on what I was annotating on the chart. So again, just waiting for this 15-minute candle to close. Here, I just wanted to update you guys in the Telegram chat about the DXY. Market had opened right there. I had talked about that 90.25 level being met, and we met that last night pretty perfectly. So, again, looks like we could get some bullish dollar, which means bearish gold to the downside. So you guys can read all that in the Telegram chat, which is linked below in the description. I'm not going to focus on that for this video. Back to gold. So currently in the entry, we just we're in some profits now. We see some rejection coming off of that 1 hour IT close, going through some smaller time frames. So we see some really nice rejection as to where we entered. And again, the reason for entry is because we had just dipped up into that imbalance. There's no higher imbalances. There's a nice institutional candle there. And we're just waiting for this to go ahead and show us some evidence that money wants to get behind the move. Now, it is also President's Day, a holiday for the US dollar, so I wasn't expecting too much volume. That's why we scaled our profits a little bit as we showed down, and we'll point that out as we go. So I write here, stops could also be placed above these wicks. Just realize you would be squeezing yourself a little bit more when the market would just want to make another lower high. Again, I used a 45 pip risk here, but again, our drawdown at most was about 3 to 4 pips on this exact trade. I said if this 15-minute candle closes engulfing that last 15-minute, that would be, very clean price action for us to go ahead and continue this to the downside. Just doing a little bit of different risk to reward stuff here, just showing you guys what was possible. With it being a holiday, there may not be much volume, hence why I just showed a 3 to 1 ratio that we could be hitting in a shorter term basis. So really going to see a nice clean close on this 15-minute candle. Very engulfing, very beautiful. You can see that time really ticking down there in the bottom right. So, again, just really letting this trade play out. Again, that is about a 17-point risk, 10-point risk that I'm showing there. Right now, I just went ahead and moved my stop to about that 15 pip risk. You can see that institutional entry that we got right there. Very little drawdown. First scaling area can definitely be down there. Right underneath that liquidity or equaling out that liquidity. You do have to let the market, if it wants to come back up into that last up to down candle, let it go up there and retrace. Even though you're in good profits right now, you have to understand that they could still want to go up there and reprice. Now showing some really nice Wyckoff stuff to the upside. You see some last up to down candles being retraced back into, played really well. So kind of just, you guys can see that up there in the top left if you're familiar with the confirmation checklist. Everything's up there. So this is a 20 times speed. We're just letting this 15-minute candle play out, seeing if we can take profit, and just, a really, really clean entry. Very minimal drawdown with this one. Again, initially I was willing to risk about 45 pips, 45 points on gold to the US dollar. Didn't really need all that risk, and we're pretty much just letting the market play out. Even with the small amount of volume, you're going to want to scale yourself as you go down. Right now we're floating about 25 points in profit. So, again, for 3 points risk to 25 points profit right now, again, very good risk to reward. You see that there. It's about a 12 to 1 based on, the risk that we had entered, and a 5 to 1 ratio in just about 30 minutes if we would have done the regular 10 pip stop. So I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I really like doing these, live recordings on Zoom. Again, this is a demo paper trading account on TradingView. So again, no, I'm not showing you guys any live stuff here. But again, live price action trading is what the focus is. It's not about the money. It's about this live price action trading. So look at that little, showing you guys how fractal it is, right? We rejected off that last down candle. You may have to slow that down. I went through that pretty quickly, but just showing the fractal nature of that 5 minute, 1 minute, price action inside of there. Why did we reject right here and moving up? Because there was a 1 minute down candle to the upside on the smaller time frames. So just really, really clean price action. I was actually in the kitchen making breakfast right here, or else this would have been a great time to maybe take some profits off the table, and that's what we do in this next slide here. So as you can see, that last down candle, 50%, played that really perfectly. Said would have been a great time to secure some profits. And I do slow it down here very soon, so we can go ahead and take some. So we just went risk-free, moved our stop right above the last up to down candle up there below our entry. So now we're risk-free. And now, while the market pushes back down towards that last down candle, we're going to partial close half of our position, boom, right there, on pretty much that last down candle. So now we've already taken, our 5 to 1 risk to reward. We're risk free. We've secured some profits, and whatever happens, whatever happens next, it doesn't even matter, because now you should not be taking any losses, right? You're risk free. Was able to move our stop to a proper area where we saw a last down candle. We pretty much exited at the bottom, and again, you could have these take profits, and I just put shown executions on there for you guys. Again, like, there's nothing wrong with taking your profits early. Some people might disagree with that, but at the end of the day, there's always somebody that doesn't secure their profits and they hold the trade too long. So I'd much rather be somebody that is consistently taking my profits, especially on a holiday if there's not as much volume, versus somebody that's letting the market run back up there and stop them out. So going to show some nice, right, up to down candle, we retrace back into it, up to down candle wick, we retrace back into it, just very fractal nature on smaller time frames. And as you can see, we exited pretty much on that last down candle. And, pretty much for the last minute of this recording, the market, just kind of hangs out here. I'll have to check out, I might be able to add this at the end of the recording. I'll see where gold is at this exact moment. It's about noontime Eastern Standard Time where I'm at right now, and this trade only took about, this recording was about an hour long. I condensed it down to 10 minutes by being able to speed it up for you guys, so I hope that helped, right? Very low risk entry, was able to bring it down towards the liquidity, was able to take some profits down towards that bottom side, and you really can't ask for much more. So tomorrow we will be focusing on a crypto session on Tuesday, and then Wednesday I'll make sure to do a midweek market review over all the setups that we went over in yesterday's video. And then, also I'm going to be, doing as many of these live price action tradings that we can. So like I say here, going to end this here. It was a nice 5 to 1 ratio, profits and went risk-free. Can't really ask for more. Appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe, and see you next video.